Hello, my friends. It's good to see you. I want to share something with you today that I've been kind of researching for the past 10 years and legally got involved in for the past 3 years. But something about this industry fascinated me. And I'm going to share this in a simple concept from a friend to a friend because I believe this is going to affect us in a lot of ways as we grow older. And this is what I've tagged the X Curve series. And let's just dive right into it. There's something I want you to do though. Should you find this any phony, something in the information I'm about to give you sounds off, I need you to call me out and tell me, "Hey, you know what, Toby, this is not true." All right? But if it's true with you, stick on with it. All right, let's just dive right into it. Let's think about this red line as our time in life. At some point, we all come into this life and we keep on aging and then we leave, right? So obviously we're aging every day. And then we show up at some point we're babies. Excuse me. And after like 18 years, we all join the workforce. And from then on, we start packing on responsibilities. What is in these responsibilities though? We're expected to move out the house, get our own jobs, get a car. America knows you can't do this by yourself. So guess what? At 18, you're legally allowed to get what? Credit cards. And right after that, most of us figure out, hey, you know what? I need to be able to provide more value, get more skill. So we end up going to school, end up coming out with student loans. Now, after this, now we've gained some skills that can provide value to the workforce. And because of that, we get a new job, we get more money, we have to relocate, and we do it all over again. Most of us end up switching out our school cars and getting a new one. I know I sure did. And after a while, after doing this for a while, we want to find the love of our lives. And you might have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before you find a real one, and then you start a family, you know? And the funny thing about this is, as time goes on, also, either before or after the kids, we end up upgrading the house, upgrading the car again. But then we expect it to kind of like taper down. 30 years from now, you finish paying off the house. Another 15 years or another 18 years, the kids get off your responsibility. They go off to their own. And some of us are now comfortable sending our kids to school, coming out with student loans that are bigger than a mortgage, right? Anyways, sidetrack. But let's get back to this. Along this line, also, you want to be able to save some money, right? Because it is a gradual growth. You put something over time and then you get this lump sum that you're going to use to retire. Now, guys, so far, I hope this is providing you some value. And I hope so far you've realized this is real. Now, there's also something that's very real along this timeline, also, is the fact that we can either die too soon. That means we live either right around here, or we live too long. Did you know back in the day, expectancy was about maybe 45? And right now we're living longer. Life expectancy is about 80. My grandma passed last year. Guess how old she was? 100 years old. I know, I know that's not real. I mean, when I found that out, I had to go redesign my plan. But get away from a sidetrack. Do you know what most of us end up doing though? We end up living life like this. When we see a little bit of money in our bank accounts, when we're beginning to stack up a little bit, guess what happens? Either by choice or by design or by event occasions, we end up living life like this. And when things like this happen, is either, oh, you know what? I don't like the house anymore. I'm going to upgrade the house. We diminish what we have, go put it downtown, and then start this all over again. Sometimes it might be, hey, you know what? Rain came and flooded the whole of Houston, and now I have to build a new house. And because of that, we're already growing something. We deplete that again, raise up that our responsibility, and start it all over again. And after a while, it's like, you know what? The kids are ready to go to school. And guess what we do? Deplete what we have and go back to that. And sometimes it seems like that goal that we're trying to reach is unattainable anymore, so we settle for less. Hmm. Friends, you'd agree with me we can't keep living life like this. And the deal with all of this is for us to be cognizant, for us to realize what this is all about. Because as we grow older, the funny thing is now you have to start hustling with aged body. I remember when I was in Oklahoma, we had these older guys that welcomes people to Walmart. It was actually one of these guys that actually got me to start thinking about this. He was a well-educated man, had done a lot of great things for a corporation, but ended up welcoming people to Walmart because he needed to sustain some level of living, some level of income. This shouldn't be, and I know you agree, because we're the ones working really hard. How come we end up living life and ending life in a very not so enjoyable place? That's not my wish for you. So I'm actually asking you that, guys, if you find this interesting, if you find this as something that can help your family out, I'd advise you to come on. You need a financial plan, right? You agree you need a financial plan because most of us don't plan to fail. But then most of us do not plan to fail, but then we sure end up failing to plan. And guess what that comes up with? It's a failure all around. So I want to invite you. Come on, let's design a plan for you. Let's come together. Let's reason these things together. What are your goals the next few years? What do you see coming down the road? Can you start planning now for that child's college education? Are you using the best of your resources right now to gain the maximum from the financial services industry? Now, if you already have a plan, that's great. Let's put a timeline to it. Reevaluate that plan. You can still schedule some time with us, and I will be glad to help you out. So, guys, that's my spiel for today. But I want to leave you up with something because the next one, we're going to talk about the wealth formula. How do you actually grow wealth? Do you actually know there's a formula for wealth? And by the way, they didn't teach this in school. Because if they did, I got a whole bunch of equations in my head right now that has nothing to do with the finances. But yet, that's what really does matter. All right, my friends. I'm glad to actually share this time with you. And thank you for sharing your time with me also. I look forward to seeing you very soon. God bless.